That's interesting. Okay, you ready? Look, really proud of this team and their fight in the second half. We struggled defensively to guard their downhill drivers. It was just a real struggle for us. But I thought, we went to that zone defense, and it just really, I thought, made a huge difference in how it just stopped that from happening to us. And then we were able to rebound out of it even. So, usually that's the problem. But anyway, proud of how we had to strategize there in the fourth quarter, even down to the last second of the game, using our fouls and trying to run that clock a little bit. And then, you got Ari out there guarding the smallest player on the floor a couple of times in that time period. But, Mississippi State has some really good one-on-one players, and it's hard to guard that. So to be able to step up and stop that was imperative for us.
You look at the box score and it's sort of befuddling because you see Georgia Tech shot 38% and they shot over 50%. What do you think the intangibles were in this game?
I think we slowed them down when we had to slow them down. I think that was the biggest thing. The zone, we had to stop them, and we did. And so I think that was one of the intangibles. Now, not like they didn't hit a shot, because Poe got free and hit 2 threes in that zone. So it's not like they didn't, but it messed with their rhythm offensively. And I think that we didn't turn the ball over. We only had 6 turnovers, and that kept them from pushing in transition, because they can really beat you down the floor. They beat us down the floor tonight several times and in transition, and that was one of the keys for us to win the game, was to stop their transition game. So I don't know what their points were. This says 11, but it feels like they got more than that. And then we kept them off the O boards. But when you shoot 56%, there's not a lot of rebounds going around on that end for them. But for them to only get 3 was big, because they're tall and they're physical and they can get on the boards. But we hit big shots when we had to hit shots. Carnegie came in the second half and was 2 for 3 from the 3. Those were big shots at crucial times that we had to have them. And so a lot of times those shots happen when you just had to have them. If that had happened in the first minute of the game, doesn't feel as, but they had to happen when they did, and that was important.
Yeah, in the first half, you had some good looks. The ball wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
It would, rim and come out. And then towards the end of the game, you had set up some good plays with one of your players down low, and missed a couple bunnies down there.
We missed a lot of layups tonight. Well, I wouldn't call them layups, putbacks, bunnies. That were crucial right there at the end of the game too. We had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds right there, and we couldn't get the payoff. But we came out with the win, and that's the biggest payoff.
Going back to Carnegie, basketball's an interesting game because you have a player that couldn't find the bottom of the bucket throughout the whole game, and then all of a sudden, when you really needed her, she stepped up.
Yeah, she did, and then she hit those 2 free throws there at the end of the game too that were really important. She's a kid that can get you quick hits. She can get you 6 points in 30 seconds. It's just crazy. And so that's kind of the game she kind of played, because what was she, 0 for 7 from the 3 in the first half, and just really struggled shooting. But, she's a shooter, and you let shooters shoot. So one of my concerns, though, is we shot the 3 ball 38 times. I'm like, good gosh, that's a lot of threes going up. But then sometimes you take you take the odds. You risk it and take the odds. They count more than the 2s, and but that's a lot of 3s for us. We're going to have to go back and look at that, because we really were settling for 3s too much. But we said we were going to shoot the 3 ball more this year. We are, but there were times tonight I thought we settled for it instead of attacking the basket. Didn't get to the free throw line as much.
Ari is one player that it seems like she's growing up with each game. And 8 rebounds, and she was really active out there defensively, and that's a good sign for your team.
Definitely, and I agree with you. I think that's a good way to put it. She's growing up each game. We need her to continue to try to be more physical. But, you know, when you have a 6'6" presence on the floor, that's difference making. And one that can stretch you outside the three-point line is another, that's kind of like a luxury a little bit. So, you know, we'll take that. But she is getting physically stronger, and that's a good thing.
I guess, you know, winning can be contagious, and it was really fun to watch her, you know, the team celebrate after the game.
Yeah, it was good. The bench was very active. It was everyone was engaged, and it's good to see. You know, these kids. There's a bunch of good kids. Their chemistry is good. They play hard for each other, and I thought we saw that tonight.
And I guess you know, one new face on the team, not including the freshman Smith. I mean, she's really brought something to the team this year.
Well, she is. She brings a physicality. She brings a big presence because she's about 6'1" and can guard really multiple positions on the floor. So, you know, and she's still not 100% yet. So she's getting there though. So when she gets to be full strength, you know, full back to her game, then we're going to see what she's really capable of.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. You got a book, Liz?